So I've been producing for a few years now, and over the years I've used a lot of different plugins. And I made this list of 5 plugins that I would recommend for beginners. Before we start, I made this simple beat with just some kick and some snaps, and it goes like this. Yeah, nothing too fancy. So the first plugin we're gonna look at is Kickstarter. Kickstarter is a sidechaining tool made by the legendary producer Nicky Romero, and it's basically frees up room for your kicks. Now I put Kickstarter on the piano, the pluck, and the bass. And now let's have a listen. Essentially what the Kickstarter is doing is making sure that the note is not hitting at the same time as the kick. So if I take away the Kickstarter and play just the bass, and then I put on the Kickstarter, now this tool can be used pretty much everywhere in your song, but I mainly use it for the drop or when I want some extra rhythm in the chords. So the next plugin we're going to look at is called OTT compression. Now, nobody really knows what OTT compression does, it just makes your track sound great. But the website claims it's a multi-band compression, and generally I used to put it on just put it on everything. Okay, as you can see, I put it on the bass, on the plucks, and the piano. Usually what I do is turn it down to around 40%, somewhere between 30 and 50% should be good. Again, this is without the OTT. And this is with. So this next plugin is called Wider. And to show how this works, I created another track called Pads, and it sounds like this. I've also put some Kickstarter on it and OTT. So what I usually do, I turn down the volume a bit. So what's gonna happen when I turn down the volume and turn up the wider is that it's gonna appear as it is more in the background, it's more subtle. So here is with wider on. And this is without. For this next plugin, I had to change up the drop bass a bit to make it a bit more interesting, so now it sounds like this. So CamelCrusher is sort of a distorter, compressor, filter type, and it's really great for bass because it makes it sound really powerful. So you have all of these different presets that you can use. So I'm gonna try the first one here. So that wasn't really what I was going for, so I'm just going to keep going. Already it's sounding a lot better. This is the new bass line with CamelCrusher turned off. With everything else. This last plugin is really great for mastering. So to show you how I did it, I'm going to pull up this old project I did where I did a remix of the Voice Tone. And basically what this plugin does is that it shows you how loud the track is. Postman did a great video about this when he talked about mastering, and I'll link the video in the description if you want to check it out. Okay, so I turned down the post gain to 0 and listen up. So I'm going to turn up the post gain a bit, like let's say 1.5, and let's have another listen. So as you can see, it's quite louder now. It sounds a lot bigger, and it's still not peaking or distorting. If I would turn it up all the way, and you can see it's all the way up to 3 now, it's gonna start distorting. So definitely recommend checking out this one. And yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you enjoyed. It's kind of the first video I did commentary on, so I hope you liked it. And let me know if you want more.